can't follow that stuff. I can tell a story.
Here or on paper?
Come here, sit down with me.
You're
You're my hand puppy.
My hand is for you. I'll put it with your drum.
We're gonna do funny stories. I didn't make a script, and I'm not that creative as you guys. But one of my favorites.
Okay, you'll get your turn. Uncle Davey.
Yvonne has a daughter-in-law. It's Dave.
You need a little liquid encouragement meeting?
Dave, you're next.
Dave.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And then you're gonna do it. 5 minutes.
Okay.
You're gonna do it.
Your mom's ready. Okay, Dave.
5 minutes, Mom. Right.
All right, I don't have a script, but I'll tell us a funny story.
We don't
or
go by
two.
scripts. But that was a script. I'm not saying that was not a good script.
Now I wish it worked that way.
Now, because we work so hard on the party, you know what, Larry? I wish, because we work so hard on the party. Hey, Mom. We work so hard on the party.
I
wish we would have done a
know, I know, and I appreciate
No,
that.
I don't. I'm just
do
joking. I'm
appreciate
just joking.
that.
We don't do scripts.
No, that was a
That
great
was-
bit. It's just an
Not that I'm
impossible
saying
act to
that was
follow.
not brilliant, because it was brilliant, because it makes you not have to think. Okay, your turn.
Thriller too.
Okay,
Anyway, one of my favorite stories is being about. I think I was 14
You're
or
not
15.
getting bored? No.
We went to Death Valley for vacation. We get into Death Valley. It's just this amazing place, and I had read about some things that were going on there before we left. And we set up the tent at night. It was 90 degrees, and the wind was blowing. It was a full moon. It was beautiful. And I had heard that the next night there was going to be a rock concert.
A rock festival. It was a rock festival.
A rock festival.
He doesn't say I heard this.
And so the next day I'm telling Mom and Dad, I really want to see. I meant to look this. This I did mean to do. I meant to look up to see who was going to be there.
But there was no internet.
I don't know if it was Zeppelin or the Stones, but it was a big act that's going to be there in Death Valley. I think the Stones were going to be there. And I wanted to go see this rock concert. You don't want to go to a rock concert with a bunch of people collecting rocks, for Christ's sake.
He said this is a national monument.
It's a national monument. They won't let you take the rocks out of this place anyway.
And I'm dead serious.
You are
I am absolutely dead serious. I didn't know what a rock concert was. I said you can't collect rocks. It's a national monument.
That's right. I should have checked with you guys on it.
I am dead serious.
And some of our comedy bits that we used to do. Larry did the best routine. Remember Cheech and Chong? Their wedding album has one of my favorite comedy bits in all the world. And I only learned about it from Larry. And because he's doing this routine, he said, and the routine goes, he goes to a porno flick with his wife. What? And they sit and they it's Tommy Chong, I think. And he's sitting in the porno flick. And he said, Mark, sit up. Stop acting like a goddamn idiot. All right. Take it easy. It's okay, Mark. I'll tell you when to look. Oh, Mark, look! And we would do this, and Mom and Dad never knew what the hell we were talking about. The three of us were cackling like hyenas. And Larry always did the best job. Oh, Mark, look!
Oh no!
Oh, he's not gonna.
No, Winnie.
Oh, look what they did now. Now they're gonna really discuss. They brought in a goddamn colored guy. No, Lord, he's not gonna kiss her with those mumbles.
Well, he take half her face off.
Oh
no, Margaret! They got a goddamn dog. No, Rennie.
Well, see, if that's the
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
And then and a lot of these things, a lot of the things we clown around about, all have to do with goofy stories. But there's a funny expression that goes with them. When in the '80s, yeah, my grandma lived with us, Dad's mom.
Oh, shit. You
And-
guys were mean.
70s.
Well, yeah,
70s.
70s, yeah, 70s. Yeah,
I was there.
know.
They were mean.
We were
Mischievous,
very mischievous. yes.
Mischievous, Terry, mischievous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
man, you told me what they
one
used to
time,
do and I thought,
one time
you're mean.
we were sitting in the living
Poor
room,
grandma. This was his mother.
and he was messing
This
with
is not gonna
the TV. What were you doing? You were behind the TV or something, doing something.
Oh,
And
Grandma.
you had disconnected it,
Your
I think, and
mom.
you were changing the connection. Yeah.
well, it was back in the tube days.
Yes, yes.
And your mom sitting there, you're wrecking the picture,
And we still use that
We
today.
still, Mary Ann said it just an hour ago.
You're wrecking the picture, Bob.
We still use that one.
What are you doing? Well, I did that earlier.
That was
Priceless.
that was,
Well, wait, since you've got your mother, since he's got your mother in the story, what did you guys were so mean to her. What did you do to her?
Well, it wasn't entirely undeserved.
We did one thing.
Larry!
Well, here's what happened. Okay, so you need to set the
Larry!
Well, we didn't harm.
No,
It
Larry.
didn't harm her.
Water, you don't do that.
That's part of
Don't do that.
You're wrecking the story already.
You notice you and I have been sitting back
Okay,
here.
Dave, what did you do?
It wasn't entirely without provocation,
No,
right?
but your grandma's your grandma. You don't do mean things to your grandma.
Right, look at your mom.
Now you're making me feel-
Dave, go ahead and tell the story.
Well,
Well, we did
wait,
something.
you have to at least set the context, okay? So remember, we had moved to Westlake in 1970, and for my first time in my life, I had my own bedroom
That's right.
for about 6 months.
That's right.
Because we went to Portland, Oregon,
Yeah,
and
but you know what? The kids know how you feel now.
yeah.
Tell them the story. Okay, go ahead. No,
They're not-
okay, whatever.
So Dad wanted to give her every opportunity. Dad was always a fair person. Always wanted to give her a fair opportunity, and she wasn't doing well in Portland. And Dad offered her the opportunity to come to California and start a new life. And he says, you know what? You can come down and live with us for a while till you get your feet on the ground. I'll move Larry into Terry's room, and you'll have a place to stay until you can get your bearings
You and
straight.
Terry got on.
So me and Terry, well, we got along.
Yeah, you did, like you kids do now.
So, yeah.
I've been there.
So anyway, she came down. It was supposed to be about a 6-month stay. And, back in those days, smoking wasn't like it is today. I mean, everybody who smoked, they didn't, I mean, you could smoke in a restaurant, you could
There
smoke
was
in a
no
supermarket,
etiquette, no
you could
etiquette
smoke in
smoking.
anybody's house or whatever. But Dad was a little ahead of the time, a little ahead of the curve. And he says, no smoking in the house.
She was dangerous.
And, so she tried to follow that rule, but it wasn't too long that went by. Dad went into the room for whatever reason and found a cigarette hole burned in the drapes.
Oh, Lord.
And so the 6 months turned into a year and a half, and she would, she had a whole thing
Yeah, I know, but
came
that-
along with her. And so, she did a number of things that were, to kids, the kids just,
Yeah,
they
but-
always just find stuff,
We
right?
want to say negative stuff about
Okay,
what you did.
so
Funny
the
thing.
last,
The funny thing.
okay, the last thing I will say leading up to where we're
Yeah,
going
funny thing was
is
you
that,
You guys turn off the hot water.
no, you're wrecking the picture, you're wrecking the story. Wrecking the story.
Zip it.
I
And
know, but negative,
so-
we want negative.
Grandma was always a thin lady when she was younger, but by the time she got into our place, she was getting pretty large. She was a little more than just portly. Fluffy, you call her. And she used to wash her underwear, and then she would take it and put it. There was 3 knobs, you know, the hot water, the shower valve, and the cold water. And she would put her underwear over those water valves, and when we'd go in to take a shower, it's like, oh, grandma's underwear.
And you got four boys.
We got 4 boys.
4 boys living in one house.
And so every once in a while, you know, we'd get a little sick up and fed with it. And I don't know whose idea. Anyway, I don't mean to steal your story, so you want to take it away? Take it away from here? So one time she was getting ready to take a shower.
Well, she was in the shower, and somebody had, one of us had the idea
That was Rick.
turn the hot water off. And
The
that makes a
only
cold
one that would
shower.
turn the hot
But
water.
the only thing's worse is when you check it out and say, oh, we better turn it back on. Because by the time the shower starts to get cold, you turn the hot up and the cold down, right? Now when you turn the hot water back on, we scalded her by accident. I don't think she was seriously injured, but she was seriously pissed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fortunate. That whole thing turned out.
Yeah.
Well, it was a rough episode, unfortunately. Grandmother's just she's not in a state where.
She turned out to be a
Well, you know what? It really led back to one of the lessons that Dad taught us when we were kids, and you really can't help someone who won't help themselves.
Yeah, it's all
Really
about
boils
No,
down to
but you know what? I knew her. I knew her. I don't know if Yvonne or
No.
Mary Ann knew her, but I knew her. And she was a loving person. She cared. She cared about our family. You know, aside from her differences.
You reckon the rose was
No. You reckon Richard Bob? You reckon Richard Bob? She had her differences, but she was a loving, and she had a big heart. And I knew her. I knew her. I didn't know her.
All right. Let's move this a little to the lighter side. Let's lighten this up.
Somebody else take the floor.
All right.
I'll take the floor.
All right. Your turn.
You got a story. Get up here.
You're up.
You're next.
You're up, Brennan.
I'll take the friggin' floor. Wait a minute, I have to take a break
Put your
first.
hat on.
How long have I known?
45. It's almost 46 years.
Where's my drink?
I don't know. We can pour you a stiff one.
I think you're fried. No, here it is, here it is. Now, there's my drink.
There's another family. They're gonna kill us all.
Yeah, exactly. We could go on and on. Really.
That was a neighbor kid.
How long have I known?
Almost 46 years.
46? Oh, shit. That's a long friggin' story. Yeah, my son and your father's lap.
Oh, you're showing me almost.
No, he's 80
First
right
favorite, best favorite.
Well, you know,
She won't play eldest then.
No, what's wrong with that?
He's older, you don't want to hurt.
I want to send a date lap.
All right.
Be between. Oh, shit. Where did this start?
I can do that.
You know, you didn't. No, you didn't do that, but
Just think if I didn't have any hair.
Yeah, but you got a lot of friggin' hair. I used to cut that hair.
I'm going to.
I used to cut that hair.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah. Cut that hair, cut that hair.
Good. 2 breaks?
Yeah, they got too much.
You want to see it again?
They got too much hair. What's that? Because there's mom too. Mom's got a lot of hair.
Pat had a lot of hair.
Yeah, Pat had a lot of hair. Even after Kim, man, just grew in. But I cut that hair, I cut that hair, I cut Pat's hair. So I've been in here forever. What I want to say, I love it. I love. So let me tell you, I'm going to start off. My story's going to start off with Dave and I getting married. Okay. When we went to, I don't know, where were we at? We were at somewhere where we collected the forks and knives.
About a mile mile from where mom and dad used to live. It's now North Ranch. It used to be North Ranch. It was just a ranch. It was a little pile of roads that went up to it.
And they were having some kind of festivities,
It was like a big company picnic or something.
company picnic, and we were gonna get married. So,
I know what you're
knowing Bob and Pat, how
thrifty.
thrifty they are, thank you. Thank you, Larry.
And
How
practical.
thrifty or practical they are, because I am now very practical. Practical.
Cheap. Cheap is
No, I'm not cheap, I like the word
How
practical.
dare they?
You're not. Paul's not cheap, he's what?
Frugal.
Frugal. Frugal. Frugal. You're very frugal, no.
Miserly.
No, it's frugal. Let's put it this way, smart. Smart. In today's world, smart and
He's
wise.
good with a dollar.
Yeah, good with the dollar, you're smart. No, don't say cheap. I don't like the word cheap. Anyway, before we got married, we were at a function. I have no idea where this function was at.
It was at Braden Stable before North Ranch was
Okay,
built.
but
Is that what it
what?
was?
Yeah, okay, but where were we at? What function were we at?
I think it was an American Hawaiian
We were not
steamship.
attendees.
Yeah, we
We were
were.
not attendees
Yeah, we
there.
were.
We were.
It was Mom's company party for American
Okay, so it's
Hawaiian.
oh, okay, that's right.
Jesus, you are a family member.
Okay, so we were at Mom's family function. Okay, so what we did then, after we ate, after everybody was gone at this function, after everything was done, before our wedding, we went in the dumpsters, no less. We were in the dumpsters. We went in the dumpster
To get the plastic forks.
to get the plastic
For our
forks
wedding.
for our
Where
wedding.
are they?
No, that was after your wedding.
No.
No, it was before the wedding.
Before the wedding.
Because they
Still
used
have
it at the
them.
wedding.
Go get them.
At the reception at their
We
house.
don't need them now.
No, but you want to show them.
We just want to show the
Show that you
evidence.
still have that.
We want to show the
42
evidence.
years. Get up, get up, get up.
Like your family.
Where are they?
Just all we need is one, just the evidence.
Yeah,